We here at Bobchat like to think we help shape our nation's youth, but unless you want your children to grow up like us, we suggest only listening with other inebriated adults.
Listen, I've been drinking, okay?
Bob!
Bob! Bob!
Bob!
Bobby!
Bob!
It's Bobchat, baby.
And we're just sitting here cranking a few beers, hacking a couple darts, and shooting the shit, you know?
You're probably wondering why they've gathered you all here. It's for one simple reason: science. The science of understanding what we commonly refer to as the stages of Stringbean. You've seen it, you've heard it, you've lived it, and now we need your help to break down the stages of which we can base his whole life, from sobriety to the lack thereof. Breaking down what will ultimately define a life on the edge. I'm joined this evening by, well, of course, Stringbean. We couldn't do Stages of Stringbean without the man, the myth, the legend himself.
I'm honored to be here with your scientific research.
We've literally, this episode is literally like 10 years.
You know what the absolute only difference between science and screwing around is?
What?
Writing stuff down.
Dude, exactly.
Yeah.
And then that other illustrious voice you heard coming from the other corner there is Texas Tech guy, aka Joel. He's back. He's here again. Now Joel is a predominant witness of the Stages of Stringbean, and he's dedicated a lot of time into.
I think he pioneered reading.
I believe he did.
Recognizing that there was a pattern.
Yes,
he
did.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I was the one that I think came up with the terminology "stages of Stringbean"
It's literally like
to help explain to other people events that have occurred.
Yeah,
yes.
I honestly am curious as to how many people have only met me blackout and just think, what a fucking creature.
This is like literally like 10 years of being your friend. Like like 10 years of field research has like culminated into us sitting here tonight to make this episode.
Well, when I first met String and like we started partying, I was like, oh, somebody's got to write this shit down.
All right.
Somebody has to document this.
Well, this is what we're doing. So we're gonna go over some ground rules. So for Stages of Stringbean, it's a point system. Okay, so we got like 1, 2, 3, 4, like etc. etc. No halves. There's no half points because Stringbean's a full send. There's no half in it.
Yeah, there's no decimals.
There's no decimals.
It's this stage or the next stage.
Exactly, and obviously, you know, from what you've heard already, you can guess that it only gets progressively crazier and wilder, and ludicrous.
Yeah, but there should be some decimal points in there because like there's spaces in between that you gotta fill in. Like
okay,
no,
I don't know.
Like I'm sure I'll think.
You're right.
As we're going through the list, I'm sure I'll be able to chime in at a point where it's like there's something in between that.
Okay, that's
It
fair.
could be like 17A, B, but we don't want to get that complicated. What I'm getting at.
Have you read any document ever where it's like go to section 4-3E paragraph L fucking line star?
Okay. Well, how about this?
But there's also other mysteries of the scale that we're dealing with, and the fact that stage 17 may be different based on stage 10 or 11.
Yes.
Or 12.
Oh yeah, it's like a choose your own adventure.
Yeah, but you know that ends up becoming like a big
depends on what kind of
flowchart.
booze you give me as the nights
Okay,
go.
well,
like if we just
absolutely.
keep feeding you beers and Ray bombs, you'll probably be alright. But like, fuck, give him some Jameson.
Well,
Exactly,
I think we're gonna try to just try to establish a set list.
Yeah.
And then we can always do a Stage of Stringbean, 2.0, and we can branch off of that.
So I'll kick us off.
Let's kick us off.
Because you can't just start at 0 and go up and be like, oh, well, 0 sober and 1 is this. So honestly, Beaner, he idles at like 5 or 6, but let's call it 5 for round numbers. So I mean, that's just cruising. That's just up, awake, ripping around.
So we're gonna idle at a 5. Okay.
Yeah, and then if you know how much shatter he fucking does. So
Well, the shatter is gonna come to a big play in this. For sure.
no, but it's if 5 is idle, then 4 is just after work ripping some joints. 3 is shatter, like just totally fucking stoned on shatter to the point where he can't do anything. And
the
then
higher the number, the more fucked he is.
You've seen him so fucking high that he can't function. So it's like it's got to be less. It's got to be less than it's got to be less than idle. So that's why you have to start the scale at 5.
Quite right, Dr. Joel. Good.
Right. So 3 is kind of like. Remember the time your buddy brought that shatter over?
Oh my god, it was like an opium den in my
Yeah.
house.
That was awesome. That was
Everybody was
because
fucked.
you guys both passed out, and I was like amateurs. Yeah,
Then you're out. So that's like stage 3 would be uncomfortably high on Shatter.
Okay, so
and we've all been there with him. We've done stage 3 together.
Do you want me to tell that story?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay,
it's a great story. Weren't the girls all going to like?
Oh, they were pissed.
They were all going to Fatty Patty's. They wanted us to come.
Yeah.
So basically, what happened was my friend Brent came over, and none of us really smoked a lot of Shatter at that point. I mean, Extreme was still getting into it. I think you weren't smoking it all.
I know. I saw
day.
the training wheels on.
Yeah. But so, anyways, he came over, and there was like I think Joel was there, Extreme was there, I was there. Who else was there? One of our other friends was there. But basically, like, everybody hit one, and then, like, I look, Brent gives me a second one, and then as soon as I'm done the second one, I'm, like, dying coughing, I look around, everybody's passed out.
Yeah.
Like, in various, like, sprawled out positions. So it's like, it looks like an opium den in here. Like, everyone's just super fucked. Like,
yeah, we basically all took a couch. You took the floor.
Well, because Sherman's like 6'7". I was like, there's
4 of you.
I lived in a one-bedroom apartment. I was like, I don't have enough room for, like, 6 dudes to be passed out high on Shatter around here. Like, this is crazy.
And then your girlfriend and the other girls were super pissed because we were supposed to go somewhere and we were all like, we're taking an early evening nap.
Yeah,
really, it was like 3.
I watched. I'd watched Guardians of the Galaxy, the second one, a couple days earlier than that, and when I like closed my eyes to lay down, I just rewatched the movie
because we were watching it.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, and then you had watched.
I thought I was watching it in my own head.
You had watched it previously, but then you were listening to it, and you're like, I didn't have to open my eyes. I knew what was happening because I just watched it.
Yeah.
So you're having like a Shatter trance, but with the sound of the movie.
Probably got the best soundtrack ever.
Oh, fuck yeah, it does.
Yeah, like at the beginning when the buddy's like, that's like it's such a happy-go-lucky song, and like they're fucking killing that big.
His name is Groot.
Yeah.
You're a doctor, Joel. You should know that.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Groot's my sister's favorite character.
Okay, so 3 is uncomfortably high on Shatter. So I think we could all agree that let's say 4 is like a doobie.
Yeah, 4 is just high on weed.
High on weed. Okay.
High on weed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then like we don't like 2 and 1 are like they're levels of pass out that we'll maybe like we'll reserve those for like you go to the top of the scale and you get up in like the stage 20s.
Yeah.
And then stage 2 passed out.
Okay. Yeah. So now and again, if you're 7 minutes into this and listening and wondering, this doesn't sound crazy, it's gonna progressively get crazier. We're gonna get there.
Yeah. So if stage 5 is neutral, then stage 6 has to be the 1 beer.
I would think we would start. I think stage 6 would be 2 monsters and $40 in lottery tickets.
Oh, not very noted. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah.
How fast that?
I think stage 6 is definitely 2 monsters and $40 in scratchers.
So so
maybe a bag of jerky too.
Maybe a bag of jerky.
For people that don't know Stringbean, he's an aficionado of fine Mountain Dew beverages as well as monsters. Yeah. The guys at the variety store know him by name for years now.
Yeah. I mean, his given name's Kyle, so that should explain a lot of things as well.
And I got a mullet and pit vipers.
He's actually rocking a pretty fucking glorious mullet right now.
You truly embrace your God-given name.
I would have thrived in the 80s.
Yeah. And his facial hair grows in all white trashy, just like Joe Dirt.
It's amazing. It's so patchy and white trashy.
So I think
no drywall is safe.
So now, is there going to be another stage pre-alcohol, or are we just going to get right into the alcohol?
No. What else gets you excited besides when you get drinking?
Yeah.
What's a stage 7?
Well, I don't know. Probably having a big trout on or something.
Yeah, hooking into a big fish.
High as fuck.
Yeah. Not even high. Well, you get high hooking into a big fish. The tug is the drug, buddy. The tug is the fucking drug.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that. Stringbean and I do a ridiculous amount of fishing, maybe even problematic.
Okay, so all those salmon jumping the other night. I saw 300 salmon jumping. That was unreal.
How many did we catch?
0. But there's all jumping.
Great story for the show, guys. Okay, and here's another one that I thought of. I think that there should be a level where it's the anticipation of having the alcohol, but not actually consuming it.
Yeah, so because I get done work and we go to trivia at Molly Bloom's, And then
there's got to be one where it's like, he just bought a bottle of Wayne Gretzky Chardonnay, but he hasn't started drinking yet.
Oh, he's fired up.
No. I don't do the Gretzky Chardonnay anymore.
Well, that's coming into play in this.
Yeah, I know it's coming into play in this, and that's why I don't drink it anymore.
Okay. So we'll do stage 8 is at the bar ordering Ray Rays.
No, it's got to. No,
I'm
already drunk by the time we get to the bar.
No. Stage 8. If stage 8 is anticipating
after work, getting to the bar, like we're going for wings or some shit, and I'm like, where the fuck is my pint and wings?
Getting the boys together to go fucking wreak havoc.
I'm gonna put after work pub trip.
No, just rounding up the troops, man. Rounding up
the troops.
Just fucking getting everybody going to get some beers, get that Friday night feeling.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a pretty good buzz too.
Now I think that
I love the free buzzes when you're bent over doing something, you stand up too fast, and you're like.
Okay, but I definitely want to. I would like to make stage 9. Then I would like to case of White Claw / and or Wayne Gretzky Chardonnay purchased and ready to go.
Oh.
But he gets jacked up when he knows that he's got the liquor and he's about to drink.
No, but that's where this whole thing would divide into different lists for different liquors. But,
this is where it gets into a choose your own adventure path.
Exactly. We have a lot to go.
I can drink a whole case of White Claw.
Well, yeah, once we get into the liquor, it's gonna bean sprout all over the place for sure.
Yeah, but I mean, because like there's a distinct story from like drinking
Twisted Teas, drinking White Claws, drinking Gretzky's, drinking.
Yeah.
Like everything, there's differences, variables.
And then the type of liquor bought is irrelevant because the other stages going on will end up having what fucking liquor caused this behavior.
Exactly. This erratic behavior.
Yes.
This life-threatening.
No, it wasn't life-threatening. It's all harmless fun. I've never actually seen you get too stupid and violent. You're not
not stupid and violent, but like fucking drunk enough where it's like, that brain might not turn back on tomorrow morning when he wakes up.
Yeah, stay sturdy, brain dead. So now, all right, what do we got then?
So
we're up to 9. We're up to 9.
So stage 9 can be independent of any liquor. It's basically, he's had a couple pops. He's, depending on the conversation, it's fuck Trudeau or fuck Trump.
Well, I'm at an idol with that now, so.
Yeah, but we're talking about when you're getting usually
pre-pandemic.
When people are starting to mingle up a little bit, you're usually like, telling something about current events, and then you're like, you always relate it back to like fuck.
Why doesn't stage 9 be fucked because China has nukes?
No, it's not. That's like.
That's not even a stage. That's just facts.
Yeah. But generally, stage 9 is drinking and basically, worrying about that and saying like fuck this politician or fuck this policy.
So how about government talk?
Yeah, government talk. Yeah. You can put down government talk. Stage 9, drunken, slightly inebriated,
slightly buzzed government talk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And, there's definitely an increase in the amount of cigarettes being smoked.
Yeah, so now I also, there's a stage as well, too, where he just starts chain smoking. Or smoking 2 at once.
No, two at once.
I've seen 2 at once.
2 at once is later on.
That's a severe amount of alcohol involved when I'm doing 2 at once.
2 at once.
So we're only on 10. We're only on 10 now.
Yeah. So stage 10, you know where we're at. What do you think stage 10 is, Bob?
Asking everybody if they want one of the drinks that he has and just throwing at them even if they say no.
That's stage 10. Yeah. So
no, you want one of these? You want a White Claw, bro? No, I'm okay. Here you go. Hope you like lime, buddy.
Yeah.
I've done that so many times, too.
Stage 10 is like, definitely offering drinks.
Yeah. You want a Bud Light? No, I don't like Bud Light. No, I don't like Bud Light. Okay, you know what Bud Light stands for? Bitch, you don't like it, go home then.
So I have stage 10, throwing drinks at people even when they don't want them.
Sharing drinks even when they're not wanted. Because I'll include into that like the time that we were at Dylan's and we were all drinking beers at a medium pace, and Stringbean was walking around with 2 bottles of hard liquor, and he was like just
amazing.
And he was like,
was that the Edward 40 Hands night?
No, it wasn't. He just I got him a bottle of Yag. and he had a bottle of Apple Jacks on the go.
And then I had a Mickey of Jack and a Mickey of something else too.
But
Fireball.
He was just walking around.
I had 4 pockets with bottles in it.
Yeah, and of course
I was there. I think was that the night that he threw up on the charcoal.
Yeah, I passed around the bag of charcoal.
We'll get to that later.
No, but he was wearing his tuxedo.
Yeah,
his Canadian tuxedo.
Yeah, all denim all the time.
All denim head to toe. He hasn't done that in a while.
I can't find the fucking things.
You need to buy a new one because you have the whole look now.
Yeah. So he had like basically in the 2 pockets of the jean jacket he had bottles, and like in the back pocket of one of the jeans he had a bottle, and like one in his hand, and he's walking around. He's like, "You want a shot?" And you're like, "No, I don't want a shot of Jägermeister." And he's like, "Oh, cool, I got fucking Fireball as well." Or do you want friggin' Apple Jacks?
Yeah, he like opens up his coat. What do you want, man? I got all the shit.
So, and then...
The liquor dealer.
I looked at me like, what the fuck?
So we'll leave this on a cliffhanger, but basically, we'll talk about some of the other stages that'll come up later.
Pertaining to that night.
Because...
That night was a whirlwind of stages.
As we were... I think it's where we actually probably started to, like...
Identify the pattern.
Probably where you wrote it down.
We were like, you know what? This needs to be documented, not for our sake, but for science.
I think that's when I started coming up with it, because
generations.
so much shit happened in that night.
Duplicate these results.
And then there was the
good luck trying.
What set that night in motion was we were just drinking beers at the pace that you drink beers.
Yeah, like comfortable pace.
So when you like see somebody like, "Oh, how you doing? How was work today?" and like you take a sip of beer, he'd take a shot of liquor. And then you go to the next person and be like, "Cheers, how you doing?" And that person would have a sip of 5% beer, and he would have a shot of liquor.
Oh my God.
So things escalated quickly, as they do.
Yes. In the stages.
Yeah.
It's like a snowball effect.
Yeah.
Like just snowball. That's dominoes at that point.
Dominoes. That was good. Okay, so we've got... Okay, so number 10 is offering people drinks even though they don't want them.
Stage 11. What's stage 11? After you're trying to get people to drink with you.
So like
what
I'm
are you
yelling
doing?
about the Maple Leafs sucking, or the Bruins beating the Leafs, or the Blue Jays doing terrible again.
Yeah, so how about crazy drunk Canadian rants?
Sports related though. He's definitely telling Jacob how much the Leafs suck.
Like even the guy at Wendy's today, he was like, "Oh man, Bruins, that's fucking sorry for you." And I was like, "Let me guess, you cheer for the Leafs?" And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Yeah, see you in the second round sometime, maybe."
Okay. So
definitely drunken belittling of
Toronto Maple Leafs.
Toronto Maple Leafs pretty much, but like basically anybody else's sports team.
Drunken belittling of any team other than the Boston Bruins.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah.
All right, so that's 11.
11. So we're getting up there now. We're getting into the good stuff.
12's probably like history facts that people don't want to know. That are very unpleasant.
For sure. History facts. Yes. Yeah. No, that's it. Stage 12 is history facts.
I think that we should do
unwarranted history lessons. Unwarranted history lessons.
Yeah, pretty much. He's like, okay.
No, it is.
Here's a fun one.
I know.
Hey, here's a fun unwarranted history lesson.
No, stop.
Sweden supplied the Viet Cong during the Vietnam War.
Okay.
No, what I was going to say is,
to be like, fuck you, America.
Hey, I know you're kind of drunk right now, but you have 3 hours for me to tell you about the Battle of Midway. No, I don't.
You know what, though? We've all sat through a lecture on the Battle of Midway.
And were you not entertained?
At, like, single-digit hours of the morning.
Okay, so 12 is unwarranted history lessons.
I've kind of tuned you out. I already know it.
Unwarranted history lessons.
Unwarranted history lessons for sure.
Spouting off, but whatever terrorist group is hot right now.
Booga Hadeen, yelling Booga Hadeen.
Yeah. So basically,
We go from history to
current terrorist cells.
Unwanted history lesson to relevant terrorist cells.
Yeah, current terrorist threats. Current terrorist threats.
Yeah, current terror threats.
Updates on current terrorist threats.
Update on the terror threat level.
Yes. All right, so are we at 13 now?
12 is unwanted history lessons, and number 13 is update on the current global terror threat.
Right. So I think
that level.
14. So throwing my hat, saying we let the terrorists win.
No, but that's 14, and we've all experienced it. It's this great moment of joy in the evening. It's out of tune country songs.
Yes.
15 will be out of tune country songs.
Okay, so it is a point then in the evening that we do all love. 14.
No. Sorry. We gotta stop because you have to have the country songs in between.
No, I throw my hat before the country songs.
Yes.
Country songs all night, first of all. They don't get out of tune until a certain level of fucked up.
Yeah, the country tunes start getting out of tune at level 15. So at 15,
Like, I'm already singing. I've been singing since 6.
Now, we also got to remember.
Sorry, Bean.
Now,
all the time is
hold
out of
on.
tune.
Do you get shirtless before the country songs, or is the shirt
No,
on?
shirt's like
shirtless is
17,
later.
18.
Later.
It's like 17, 18,
Yeah.
something like that. Maybe 19.
Okay,
20.
so 14 is throwing his hat and blaming it on the terrorists.
No,
15,
throwing my hat and saying we let the terrorists win.
14 is throwing his hat and saying that we let the terrorists win. Screaming. And then number 15 is definitely one of my favorites. Is singing out of tune country songs.
Like, to be fair, I've been
Or
singing...
rapping Eminem. Rapping Eminem has to be one as well.
No, that's
Yeah.
later. That's later.
No,
that's later.
I'll do Despicable anytime, so we better throw it in around there.
I think we should probably just commingle that. I think we should do 15 should just be like the
Out of
pinnacle,
tune
the
country
pinnacle
songs,
music,
holy shit, he knows how to rap.
and also Call Me Maybe.
Slash.
Yeah.
So it's out of tune country songs. Carly Rae Jepsen, Call Me Maybe. / rap.
Yeah, well, it's usually just Eminem, but yeah, sometimes it's Jedi mind tricks.
Yeah.
NWA throws everybody off. Lipe Fiasco, I fucked Jacob's day up when I started rapping that the one day. He was like, what the fuck?
Nice.
See, that's a good part of the evening. There's so many times where I can still hear Stringbean singing.
Can you bust us some Eminem right now?
Oh Jesus!
No, God, no, I'm not even close to a 15.
Yeah, he's like, dude, I'm high on shatter and I'm drinking a pop. He's at a 3 right now,
At
Joel.
fucking best.
Oh my god. Okay, so what about? It's progressing. It's progressively getting out of hand here.
So we're at 15.
That was 15,
We're
so we're
on
on
16.
So we're on 16.
What's
so
a
16 would be... Holy shit. I got one for the next one, but there needs to be something in between. So what would be 16?
I think puke, but try not to let anyone know he's puking.
Could be.
Yeah.
I've seen Stringbean swallow puke. I'm pretty sure.
No, I usually don't. I usually just like find an area to discreetly expose
But
it.
if that's not your dead at the end puke, this is like your...
Yeah, this is my midlife puke.
This
like,
is
oh,
like
fuck,
this,
I drank
which
that
makes
shot,
sense.
That shot ain't sitting right.
Yeah.
That makes sense because we're about halfway through the 30 stages of Stringbean.
Yeah. So we're on 15. 16.
This will be 16.
16 is
You're
16
3 so hard right now, bro.
16 is discreetly puking, so no one notices
Yes. Okay.
by any means necessary.
And honestly, we'll have to give Ashlyn a shout out because we did not only do our own field research, but we contacted a number of individuals that have witnessed the stages of Stringbean firsthand, and they definitely shed some light on potential stages and reminded us of things that we probably should have never forgot or probably never will because they're burned into my brain.
And I
forever.
get told about them.
So I'm pretty sure the night at Dylan's, I think you had a stage 16.
Yeah, probably. I don't remember.
Yeah.
That was the best night ever.
Only thing I fucking remember is being passed out on the fucking bag of charcoal, and Ferris was on the phone with Pizza being like, I want some chicken. What can you do for me? And the guy's like, what?
So
Ferris is a businessman. He's like, he doesn't just order chicken. He's like, I want chicken. What can you do?
Yeah.
So he mentioned passed out on the bag of charcoal. So there was a pile of bags
On the deck,
of
yeah.
charcoal on the deck next to the barbecue. So 4 like Kingsford bags high.
Like, the stage 16 isn't passed out on the bag of charcoal.
Not yet.
No.
No. I'm just telling the story.
Let Dr. Joel
I'm just
finish.
telling the story.
Yeah, tell us.
So being 6'4" is why we call him Stringbean. So he's passed out on this 4-bag high.
4 bags of charcoal just stacked on top of each other.
His feet are flat on the ground, and his head is touching the ground on the other side, and he's bent over backwards.
He's like he's doing a London Bridge over,
yeah, basically
over the bags of charcoal.
and he's just out. He's just out, and everybody's like, "Ow!" Like you're just walking by, you're like, "Dude, man,
It was so comfy. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, and then this will be another stage, but we might as well just finish telling the story. It was pretty funny, and then I think we got a ride. And you threw up all over Carrots in the back. You didn't have a shirt on.
No,
either.
he threw up all over Mitch in the back of Carrots' car.
Carrot's car. I threw up all
So
Mitch.
we'll get to that throw up. We'll tell about all them.
But this throw up is the one where it's
You're
like
trying to hide.
yeah.
it.
So like I go behind the shed,
and he comes back like nothing's wrong. Like nothing's wrong.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's going on, Later Dirt? It's fucking
So that's
casually
stage 16.
join the
Well, no.
conversation.
So stage 16 is the
is the casual
Discreetly
puke.
puking
Yeah,
so
yeah.
nobody knows.
So stage 17 is 2 cigarettes at once.
2 cigarettes cigarettes at once.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Because that's when you come back, you're like, fuck it, I need 2 darts.
Yeah. So the first time I saw 2 cigarettes at once was we were day drinking. I think it was Rock the Park.
Like, this isn't even made up. This isn't from Trailer Park Boys. Streaming's done this.
Yeah. So we were day drinking, and I think it was Rock the Park.
It wasn't
and
Rock the Park. I was drinking Twisted Teas.
No. You were drinking Black Flies.
I was drinking Black
So
Flies.
I've got a picture somewhere, and I'll try to dig it up for you, Bob. See if I can get it for you.
Yes, we and I think a lot of people are going to appreciate some context.
Bean's
here.
fucking
Some
so
subtext.
hungover. Or he's not hungover. He's so fucking. I just went and puked. I need to get going again. I want to see this band that's coming up. We're at Drew's. We're drinking, and I look over and I see 2 cigarettes on the go, and a bottle of Black Fly in his hand that's floating. Because he's got such a loose grip on it. Like, I'm like, there's no way he's holding on to that. It just doesn't fall. Right? Like, it's like, I was like, man, that fucking bottle is floating.
Yeah, stage 18 learns to use the force.
So, like, and I look over, like, you all right, buddy? And he just takes a fucking haul off one of the smokes and smashes a Black Fly, and he's like, oh, yeah, bud.
Oh,
But
God,
he's
he's unstoppable.
Oh, it's terrible.
That's amazing. Are you kidding me?
So where are we at? We're at stage 17. Is 2 smokes at the same
Smoking
time.
2 cigarettes at one time. Now, what
Yeah.
about stage... Okay, so stage 18.
Stage 18. Oh, I know what stage 18 is. Stage 18.
What is stage 18? Well, you're the expert.
Stage 18 is, we talked about Gretzky, 99. Stage 18.
Yes. This
is
is one of my favorite ones. I love when this happens.
Stage 18 is when you,
When he grabs like most people, they get a bottle of wine, they'll pour a glass. Sherman's like, no, I bought a fucking bottle. I'm drinking a bottle. He'll run up and he'll just say, "Who wants Gretzky, baby?" And then flicks the cap off. He doesn't even care where it goes. He's like, I am never putting that cap back on, so I don't give a fuck. It could be anywhere.
So yeah, stage 18 is sharing Gretzky with your friends. And
flicking the cap.
Flicking the cap off because we're finishing the bottle.
As soon as I show up
as soon
with
as
the
you
fucking
get it, yeah,
bottle of Gretzky.
yeah. But also
this is the second bottle of Gretzky.
maybe this is the second bottle of Gretzky.
Okay, flicking the cap off the second bottle of
Gretzky, yeah. And then also I'll say, like, our friend Josh Flannery has seen a lot of Stages of Stringbean, and he's going to start to come into play.
We got
quite a
to,
bit.
yeah.
So, but this is also
he's going to really come into play soon.
Yeah, this is also where I've witnessed the second bottle of Gretzky getting opened, and Stringbean and Josh doing the thing where, like, they put their arms around each other and they drink each other's bottle.
Oh yes, they get down on one knee.
Yeah,
and they cross arm, do the cross arm.
Yeah,
shot.
I seen the second bottle of Gretzky get opened at a party, which is just bad news, and then being shared with Josh Flannery, and like I said, he'll come into play in the next few stages, and also. Some of the stages of Stringbean are based around this particular evening as well.
This was definitely...
Which I have a great photo montage. It was Jackie's going away, or Jackie's like eviction party.
Yeah, so a friend of ours lived downtown in this kind of cool apartment. Like, it's like open concept, and right down on York Street, I believe it was. And yeah, we just had a bunch... This is, again, pre-pandemic, so we had a bunch of people there, right? And,
yeah.
But that will definitely go down as one of the most infamous. Like, when people years from now, when people are examining, like, this is going to be published in a scientific journal. I can guarantee you that right fucking now.
Like, they're gonna have to. They're gonna have to put my body on ice so they can study me.
Yeah, like Lenin. Yeah. Like, literally, when people are studying this, hundreds of years from now, they're gonna say that is one of the nights that changed everything.
I did it for science.
Well, I've got some great pictures of that too that I'll try to pull up so that you can put on here.
Yeah, well, I think I've got
most of them. I'm trying to find them right now because it'll help us with.
I have them on my phone. I have those images. Again, those images are burned into my brain. I can never unsee what I saw that night.
Yeah, it's fucking
so
great. It's great, but there's such a good montage of photos. I did such a good job.
It is really good. Well, because there's nothing we could do to help. Because Flannery, but Flannery had it covered, and so I mean, I didn't want to get it. There's a lot going on.
Yeah. So we'll talk about that one. That'll
Anyways,
come up. Okay. So where are we at? Stage
what? 18 is flicking a cap off the second bottle of Gretzky
and sharing
it profusely.
Okay. So stage 19.
Just you want some Gretzky? Glug glug. Like, open your fucking mouth, bro.
So. Stage 19 is probably around the point where he starts talking about performing homosexual acts on.
Now, no. Hold on.
Is that
I
he
think,
says it before he does it.
I think stage 19 would be the removal of his shirt, and
in some scenarios,
removal of shirt and professing love for his friends.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's lump it all into one big thing.
Removal of shirts and professing love for his friends.
Yeah, put it
We don't
there.
need a single Flannery out. That was the
Yeah,
one
but
night.
that's a whole stage, man.
I mean, it got pretty out of hand, but shirtless Stringbean's hugged me before, Flannery's not special.
No, but there's been a couple times where I've seen. Okay,
Here's an example when you'd be checking IDs at the bar, and I just walk up and just fucking grab him right by the cock and balls.
But that's a later stage.
Okay, so
that's like probably 20...
So here we go.
I'm just gonna go ahead and label that one right now 23. So
what's 23?
walking up and grabbing a handful of Henry's junk. 21? 21.
Okay, so I think for 19 should be the removal of his shirt and professing
discussing
or professing
love.
And this may include his desire, voicing his desire to perform homosexual acts on Josh Flannery.
Going shirtless, professing love for his friends, and potentially committing homosexual acts.
Saying that he's going to. Saying that he's going to. Because one night we were going to the bar and he's like, as soon as I see Josh, I'm backing my ass up on him. Right? And then another time he was like, as soon as I see Josh, I'm grabbing his fucking cock and balls.
Okay, hold on.
Right? And these are two distinct evenings, right? So
I know. Okay.
So go on. So 19.
Number 19 is going shirtless, professing love for his friends, and preparing.
Just voicing his desire.
Okay. I'm trying to think of how to say it.
No, you don't have to write it down like that.
And voicing,
it's part of professing his love.
Yes,
for his friends.
but also
up to and including
up to and including voicing desire
to perform homosexual acts.
Okay.
I believe that's the scientific terminology for what we're discussing here.
Yes. Okay. So so stage 19, going shirtless, professing love for his friends, and which up to also or what?
Up to and including.
Up to and including. Thank you, Dr. Joel. Up to and including voicing his desire to commit homosexual acts on Joshua Flannery. I wonder if Josh Flannery has ever listened to this. He might now.
We probably should warn him.
He's
cool.
If anything, he's the victim.
So that's 19, but we need filler between when these things occur. So what's 20? 20 is definitely not so shortcuts.
Yeah. Where are we going?
That's 100%.
Follow me.
100% not so shortcuts.
That's good. I love it. That's really good.
That would also include Mushroom Garden.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was a good time.
Yeah, not so shortcuts.
Yeah,
it was a shortcut, to be fair.
Yeah, I'm like, Shimmy, look how long your legs are. Any way you go is a shortcut for you. Like, where am I?
Best part about that night was when Tex over there shot his flashlight off when he saw a puddle, then stepped right through the puddle and was like,
that was amazing.
I thought shutting my light off would make the puddle go away.
That was a fun night.
That was a good night. Okay, so now we're going to go 21 is just walk up and grab
21 is performing homosexual acts on Josh
backing
Flannery.
it up, grabbing
100%. 100%. So the night that he said, as soon as I see Josh, I'm backing it up.
I did.
He walked up and there was girls that were laughing, but also were stunned at how well he did this. They were like, "Holy shit! I need that boy to show me how to do that."
Yeah, how do you work it, boy?
You just write your name with your ass. That's all you do.
Oh man, he it's right in, Josh is a bouncer, so he's checking IDs, and it's right in the lineup, and we kind of know people there, so we were jumping the line.
You're gonna get in right away.
So he does this.
Baby.
So he walks up and backs it up. I'm sure there was guys in the lineup that was like, "Is that all I need to do? Skip this line?"
Yeah, I got a jumper right here. Beep beep beep.
And of course, Josh, straight faced, maybe a little smirk on his face, a little smile.
He's like, no, and then
how you doing, Stringbean?
Well, no, and what he would normally do is because he had to keep his composure because he's working, obviously, but he would just give him the old wink and the hey baby and the little backwards ass slap as he walked past him. Like, get in there, get in there. I'll see you when you come over to smoke.
So then the other time, it was maybe a couple of weeks later, back at the same bar, our favorite spot, Molly's, and Josh is fucking reading IDs, and he's like giving a younger group of patrons like a little bit more scrutiny, and he's just staring them right in the eye and staring at their ID. Meanwhile,
Stringbean just grabs him by the cock.
Stringbean's got a great big handful of cock, and he's just like standing there, and like he's got a dumb look on his face too, and like he's just working, and then he's like, eventually he's like, hey, cut it out, or not even said that. He didn't say cut it out. He's just like, eventually you stopped, and he was like, all right, have a good night, buddy. Get
They've
in
learned
there.
to read each other's body language at this point.
The body language is strong.
Yeah. His
hey,
dick's
big guy.
soft. I better get in there.
So that's stage 21. If you haven't figured it out, listeners, there's probably, like, I mean, this is referencing like 20 really good nights, but there's like 6 fucking bangers.
Yeah. We're like, he should have died. How are you alive right now? I don't even know.
Jacob's dog has thought that so many times. Like, oh my god, I thought you died on the floor last night and then you weren't here this morning. I was so scared. Here you are, though.
So stage 21 is definitely performing
Homosexual
homosexual
acts and Josh Flannery.
Stage 22, somebody will have to field that.
22 is going to be ordering
Ordering foolish amount of shots while you're totally wasted.
ordering a foolish amount of shots.
Yeah.
While
you're
you're
totally wasted.
While you're totally wasted.
Yeah.
We all do it.
Burt Reynolds, Ray Bombs.
I mean, and if you're with Stringbean, you are on stage 22 immediately.
Oh yeah.
You get to skip everything else.
Yeah, you just catch up.
You just catch up. Like this is the equalizer stage. Shots.
Yeah. Well, fine. Let me do a couple shots. Clear my head, guys. I'll be good to go.
Yeah, okay, hang on. I like that idea. I'm going to do a couple shots and we'll see how it gets going here.
So yeah, Ray Bombs. What's in a Ray again? It's
Melon, the Cure, watermelon, vodka, and
Red Bull.
Red Bull.
Okay, so
And you do it like a Jaeger bomb, but it tastes delicious.
Oh, it's like juice,
and they
man.
fuck you up.
it's like heaven.
Yeah.
Done
Yeah,
so
and they
much.
fuck you up.
Remember the one night when we got there and I think it was just me, you, and Mitch, and we got like I don't know how many rounds of Ray bombs, and we're all sitting on the patio, and Alyssa comes up to us, and Mitch is like, "Hey, 4 more Ray bombs," and she's like, "Your bill's $150 right now."
Oh, that's not.
Like 20 minutes.
Okay, so
Yeah, because we were just like, beer, 4 Rays, beer, 4 Rays.
okay, so yeah, ordering a foolish amount of shots when already drunk is number 22.
Number 22.
What's
So
20?
number 23.
Sprinting from Cowboys to Molly Bloom's wide open, nonstop.
You did do that. That's great. Yeah. Or let's
Were
just
you
put,
were
let's
you
just
that
put-
drunk
Oh
when you
yeah,
did it?
no, me and Mitch were fucked.
let's just put sprinting a ridiculous distance for no reason.
Yeah.
Well, there wasn't no
There was a
reason.
reason.
Yeah,
Okay, sprinting a long
had
distance for
45
more
minutes.
alcohol.
I had 45 minutes to last call.
Oh, sprinting to make last call. Dude, how many times have we ran from
Yes,
Drew's house
sprinting to
to
make
get
last
to the
call.
bar?
But I mean,
just for last call?
also, like, you got to understand how drunk Stringbean would be at this point.
Oh,
and then
hammered,
you
hammered.
see him run, and you're like, that fucker runs like the wind blows, and like he can't walk a straight line.
But he
then
can
all of a
run like
sudden he
Usain
can
fucking
run,
Bolt,
yeah.
bud.
Yeah, it's like, dude, like you should run everywhere when you're drunk.
He runs past you. He runs past you. Only 4 more years till the next Olympics.
I mean, even walking with Stringbean is tough. Like
His long strides.
no, but he
Well,
looks
these lungs
he
work
loo-
like legs work like pendulums.
but he looks like he's just, sauntering along, and then you try to keep up, and you're taking like little fucking like little 3-step runs to keep up with him.
Yeah, I'm out of
you
breath.
And, you and Drew like going to the bar. I remember one day I wore flip flops. It was a nice summer day. I was just wearing flip flops. Poor choice. These two in sneakers, both tall.
Motoring.
I was just like, I was dead. I got to the bar. They're like, what can we get you? They're like, beer. I was like, water and a beer. Like I was fucking. I'd like run and keep
Oh
up.
my god. So I think stage 23 should definitely be some sort of running or walking.
Physical activities. I mean, you could include like when we got on top of your guys' old school. You would have been about that drunk.
Yeah, running.
Running.
Number 23, running, climbing, jumping.
Yep. Parkour.
Parkour, drunk parkour.
Drunk parkour.
Okay. Drunk parkour.
Oh yeah.
24. Recovering from injuries.
24, recovering from parkour injuries.
I think it should be recovering from injuries. You
Pretty
have to.
accurate.
It's about the time you actually hurt yourself.
Usually.
Yeah.
More often than not.
I mean, it could include a back injury from being slumped over a pile of charcoal.
Carrying the party.
Carrying the party.
Recovering from carrying the party.
Yeah. So, after sprinting and recovering, So 25 is going to be like a second wind type thing.
I'm gonna say 25 is
Glass of water.
No, glass of water.
Glass of water and a cigarette. 25 glass of water.
Glass of water and a cigarette.
Yep.
That's like the rejuvenation. Glass of water and a cigarette. Okay.
Glass of water and a cigarette. 25.
So that's okay. So we're gonna go. Yeah, we're gonna say H2 go.
H2 go. So that's what stage is that?
That's 25.
25. Yeah, we could probably. Yeah, I mean we're nearing the end. If you're at stage 25, you're like, that's if you make it there. Because sometimes.
Sometimes you passed out already.
No, like 26 would be like. I mean, it gets really gray
It's
up here.
getting tough here.
Well, it gets really gray up here because, like Bean said,
Starts
like
to
I mean,
blend.
he may not make it this far. Like one of these later stages may have already occurred depending on the liquor.
Yeah. So again, it's your choose your own adventure. But this is
No,
could
but
be-
like Charcoal Night, he didn't get his water. Didn't get his water.
Yeah,
He didn't make it. He didn't make it to water. He went straight to stage 30 something.
Yeah. I think I know
stage
I know
30.
what the very end stage is. But
Alright.
we'll get there. Okay, so we still have 5 stages to go.
That's about the right number to describe what would occur from here on out.
Pretty much, because it's
so-
crazy.
Well, 26 could be like 26 is like second wind. Or
No, 25 is the second wind because that's his glass water and his cigarette.
No, but like sometimes that works, and he's like, "I'm alive."
Okay, so
Right?
26 could be I'm alive, White Claws.
I mean, yeah, whatever. I mean,
I'm
no,
alive nearest alcohol.
Yeah, I'm alive.
Yeah.
nearest alcohol.
I'm alive, nearest alcohol.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
that's
exactly.
perfect.
Exactly. But also, this is where we might have to get into like divergent paths because
Could also be like 26B, bed.
Bad.
so, but like, well, you've not really ever gone to
No,
bed.
yeah, no. We have a better ending.
Yeah.
Than that.
So if that stage,
We've seen
I've
it.
gone to bed sometimes. I've been like, I'm too fucked up. I'm going to
I
bed.
have never seen you go to bed in my life. You lived here for 2 years. I never once saw you go to bed.
yeah.
That's... Well, you were working the whole time.
I left. You were on the couch. I came home. You were on the couch. I've never seen you in a bed. Okay, so no, 26 is I'm alive, nearest alcohol, which is it's amazing because he gets the second wind. And he's like, just give me whatever you got.
Yeah. And it might even involve stealing it. You'd be like, is that? It's my last beer.
Whatever. He's on 26. Okay, he fucking needs this.
Yeah, but that also often turns into a dead sailor. Like you find it the next day, you're like, that's that last thing that he cracked.
So
before he
now
passed out.
I'm gonna say 27 is definitely gonna be like the tipping point between
Yep.
consciousness and not aware and blackout.
Yeah.
27.
I could very well be blackout drunk already.
27's tipping point, and I think 28 then following.
No, but you had to define tipping point. You just glazed over it way too quick. So
Okay, so-
26 is 20 or 27's tipping point.
20. Yeah, because I'm alive, nearest alcohol.
So
he gets
27 being tipping point. I mean, if you see Stringbean laying on his stomach on the ground,
Yes,
is that where we're at, or is that the next stage?
I think that would be the next stage, which
So
was
tipping point is like he's holding on to things.
Yeah, leaning on walls really hard.
that tipping point.
Short stepping.
Can't stand up alone anymore.
Yeah,
leaning on nearest person or object.
leaning
or-
on anything, leaning on everything.
There's a railing. It's ideal.
Yeah.
Tipping
So he
point.
start-
I need a kickstand.
So he started. Yeah, I need a tipping point. I need a kickstand for sure, for sure. That's what it is. Tipping point. I need a kickstand. So he started out on the bag of charcoal, leaning
Yes,
on the charcoal.
So and that's
and
what
then we just turned our back for a minute, and he was like, "Fucking doing London Bridge over
So
it."
what I think I've got the next 3 sewn up. If you
Yeah,
would,
yeah.
if you
I'll
wouldn't
play
mind.
along.
Okay,
I'll play
okay.
along. I think I know where you're going.
So 27 tipping point. Okay, I need a kickstand. Awesome. 28, shirtless, belly down on the floor, telling us how much he loves Josh Flynn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
And so that goes back to the night at
That's been a couple
Jackie's.
times, but
Oh, it's freaking great. So this is what 28.
yeah.
Yes, I got the next 2.
28. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just keep talking with this one though.
Shirtless
Um,
belly. Okay, shirtless belly on the
So I
floor.
got a great picture
telling
of
us
this.
how much he loves Josh Flannery.
I got a great picture of this. So we couldn't help him.
I was gone. I
You
didn't
know-
get 25.
Yeah, we
You can't skip 25. That's
Yeah.
a very crucial stage, dude.
Yeah, this was like a straight to 28 type of scenario.
It went 21, 29.
So no, because like you didn't get sick that night.
Yes. So I think 29 for me is definitely going to be vomiting.
Puking, yeah.
Unconscious vomiting.
So 28, but 28 is like he's laying down. So like back to that. If Stringbean like this, he takes the same position every time, and you know he's done. Yeah. He's like he's
doing an army crawl.
Yeah, but sometimes that's the army crawl, but other times if he's got his hands tucked underneath him, he's on his belly with his hands tucked underneath him and his face just off to the side. He's almost like he's getting ready. He's like, I can't roll over and I'll puke in a big puddle next to me. Yeah. Like he just knows. He's like, not on my back.
Don't touch me. I'm just gonna live my life like this now. There's no going back.
Like my first night here over at Jacob's, like we were all partying and these guys were like going pretty hard at it, and I look over and like Bean's laying on the grass in that position. I was like, he's done, and I was like, he's not getting in my truck. Like I knew. I was like, oh, he's in puke mode. He's in full stage 28. Yeah. Like he's basically in the zone. Like
fucking bottle of rye.
It's the same position every time, and you're like, ah, shit.
How did it come to this?
And he gets so fucking heavy. You go to move him, and it takes like 4 people. He weighs like 120 pounds. He takes like 4 people to move him, though.
He's like, he doesn't know what he's doing, but he's like, oh, is this not Flannery picking me up? Fuck you guys.
And he's on his stomach, so you pick him up, and you
Flannery's like, it's like the sword and the stone. It's like Flannery picks him up. He's like, oh, well, let's go, Stringbean. And there's like 4 of us. We're like, what the fuck?
But he like bends. Like he's on his stomach, so you figure you'd be able to pick him up like a plank. No, he bends the other way. Like you prove this on the charcoal.
Yes, yeah, he does. He just doesn't want to be picked up.
Yeah.
So I think with that being said, I think
you like grab his feet in his arms, his stomach's still on the ground.
Is he fucking stuck?
It's like he's a rubber band.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So I think 29 should definitely be just puking.
Yeah.
Puking.
Yeah. Oh yeah, profusely puking, shamelessly.
And then
shamelessly puking.
Yeah.
Puking shamelessly. Yes.
Just
he
like,
doesn't care at this point.
He's like, I'm at stage 29.
Somebody hold my hair.
Puking.
So stage 30.
Somebody hold my mullet.
Somebody hold my mullet. It's almost getting to the point where somebody'd have to hold your mullet.
That's awesome. And then I think 30 is calling Stringbean's mom.
Absolutely.
And carrying him to her car.
Absolutely. So
can you please come pick him up? We don't know what to do.
So the night that he ended up on the floor. So this is the night at Jackie's. We'll go right back to it. So we'll go through a few stages here. So what really started the end of his night that night was the second bottle of Gretzky and doing the drink and doing the drinking with Flannery,
which is stage 18.
Yeah,
just for the
so stage 18 started getting a little, came on,
and then 25. So
yeah, and then the best was when he
25 is very crucial.
Yeah, we got no 20. He got no 25. Again, he was drinking at a speed that was 4 times the rate that we drank. So we were all pretty much, had a buzz on. He was smashed.
Yeah.
And he ended up on the concrete or on the floor, shirtless. And we had to get his phone for some reason. So I got pictures of Flannery getting his phone in his pocket. It looks like he's robbing him. It's perfect. And then remember we took the African mask off the wall?
Oh, yeah. I think I have a picture of that. We put like a tribal, like mask. Zimbabwe mask.
Well, they got it in Africa or something like that. So we put this mask on his face authentic. And it just fit the picture so fucking well. It's fucking awesome. And like, oh yeah, we put a party balloon next to him. We put like the party, like the thing that like that flicks out, like the little horn thing that like has the screamer kazoo thing on it. No. Put that in his mouth, and like we were taking pictures, like having a good time. And of course, Stringbean has Stringbean tattooed from shoulder to shoulder on his back, so it even looks better, right? It's
I
like,
think
who's that guy? Stringbean.
Did you plan that? You're like, what? Whenever I get fucked up, I always pass out on my stomach. At least people can identify me.
Do you have? They shouldn't have tattooed me, first of all. I was so fucking drunk.
What level were you on?
23.
What? You were 20? Oh, that's drunk parkour. They definitely should have been tattooing.
Well, it was after the bar, so it might have been even after 23, honestly. But I remember walking out of the bar and being like, "Hey, we should go get tattoos," because it was broad fucking daylight.
Day drunk.
Oh my god!
Next thing you know, I had Stringbean tattooed aggressively.
So then,
The man, the myth, the legend.
so then that night we did the Africa mask, and then we had to call Stringbean's mom.
Yeah.
And she showed up, and she's like, "Why is he so drunk and you guys aren't?" We're like, "He's drinking wine at like
That's
twice
not
the
the one night she came and picked him up from Joe's house in Lambeth, and it's like super close.
yeah, like I could literally
like his like
29.
even at a 29,
He could crawl there.
he could probably crawl there. But it was like he was 30 plus.
Oh, yeah,
and
well-
it was close.
It was Harvest Fest, man.
Well, there was that. So there's that time, but then the time that he had to get picked up at Jackie's, his mom's like, "Why were you so drunk?" And she's like, he walks out and he's like, "You've seen me worse than this," to his mom, and she's like carrying him. He's got no shirt on and he's being carried.
Oh my god.
Same thing.
She left me in the car that night.
Same thing.
Yeah, she did. They told us.
I woke up in the car in the morning.
Well, how's she gonna get? It took 4 of us to get you in there.
Same thing with the charcoal night. We had to pick you up, get you in the car. You're laying across Mitch's lap.
And then you guys were going too fast.
And then Carrots was driving. He's like, "Don't puke in my car." And Mitch like,
Blah.
and you puked on Mitch's lap, and he closed his legs so so it wouldn't go between his legs, so it wouldn't get on Carrots' seat.
Seats, yeah.
And so because he's an awesome friend, and then he's like, "Ah, it's warm," and then he's like, "Ah, it's getting cold."
Okay, so let's do a recap here. So I've took the liberty of filling in 1 and 2 because we did start on 3. So I have so this is our official compiled list of
So
the
what's stage 1?
might be sleep.
Might be sleep. And what's stage 2?
A couple of do's and a morning dart.
Oh yeah.
Okay. And number 3 is uncomfortably high on shatter.
Yeah.
Number 4, high on weed. Big difference. Number 5, idle.
Yep. Just what you get.
What you get, like, yeah.
Which isn't normal, just so everybody knows.
Yeah, like very rare.
It's not like
rare.
it's not like idle is like, oh, he's just an average. No, it's got its own nuances.
and like these,
means
like this is the stages, but it doesn't have to happen in order.
No.
Like you can go fucking be stage 3, fucking stage 18. Now we're back down to a stage 9, and then we're fucking
see, this isn't necessarily a definitive
it's not
list.
linear.
This is more of a guideline
Yeah.
to,
That's what I'm
to
saying.
what you could
like,
experience.
You could honestly develop this into a flowchart of like ifs, ands. Like
Yes.
if White Claw, then
Honestly,
this track.
this is going to be the first step towards that, and I think we could always revisit
we
this.
only got nothing but time, boys. Nothing but fucking time.
Okay, so then number 6
and
is
he keeps experimenting. So
number 6
Constantly.
is 2 monsters and $40 of lottery tickets.
oh man, scratchers. There's scratcher dust all over his apartment.
It's
It's everywhere, man. You come in like you're like, oh,
He comes
he's-
over here and I have to vacuum. I didn't vacuum for like 2 years. I was like, "There's no point."
All you find is a pile of scratcher dust and a dime.
Yeah, he's like, "Keep the change." Okay, number 7 is hooking onto a big fish. Definitely.
Yeah.
Number 8 is after work and rounding up the troops.
Yep.
Get ready to go.
Yep.
Number 9 is slightly buzzed government talk, which is always a fun one. That's a good one. It's a way to really get excited about the evening. Number 8 is also liquor bought, ready to party, depending on what situation is going to happen. If we're going to go out, we're going to a house party, obviously.
Yeah.
Number 10 is...
And weird choices of liquor sometimes.
Yeah, but it's Stream. Stream
very
knows how to
unpredictable.
party. He knows what he wants.
But I
He's
mean,
a
like-
man that knows what he wants.
But he had the Gretzky '99 phase, and then like
That was one of my favorite phases you've ever had. White Claws are pretty. The White Claw phase was it was awesome, but the Gretzky was something about the Gretzky phase.
Twisted Teas.
I forgot.
50. He drinks 50, which is disgusting.
Fuck you. That's the finest beverage you'll find in this city.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, I'm not going to comment on that. Number 10 is sharing drinks with people, even if they don't want them.
Yeah.
Shut up and take this. What? Are you not going to drink it? Yeah. No. Okay. I'll drink it.
Yeah.
Number 11 is drunken belittling of any other sports team other than the Boston Bruins.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. Number 13 is update on the current global terror threat level. We got to make sure we're safe. Stringbean's always Stage 13 Stringbean is always very concerned about our safety from terrorism.
Yeah.
Never know.
God bless. Number 14 is throwing hat and saying it was the terrorists. We let the terrorists win.
Yeah.
Saying we let the terrorists win. Number 15 is singing out of tune country songs or / Call Me Maybe by Carly Rae Jepsen. That was a favorite. That was a Gretzky stage favorite. So I think it was popular at the time, and Obama was singing it.
Yeah.
And we were all about that life. And then, and rapping Eminem as well. And then 16 is discreetly puking, so nobody knows. Quick rally, come back to town to party some more. 17 is smoking 2 cigarettes at once, which definitely alleviates some of the stress of the puke, for sure. Mm-hmm. That's how you get back on the horse. Puke and rally. Smoke 2 cigarettes and rally.
But the funny thing is he would have smoked a smoke before the 2 smokes and then a smoke after the 2 smokes.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Hello,
It's
duh.
logical. The 2 smokes are just there. Like,
That's just to cleanse his palate from the puke.
Yes.
I know that people smoke a lot when they drink, but like Bob and Stringbean are like another level.
Oh, whatever.
You smoke a lot of darts when you're drinking.
But yeah, no, I like smoking. Whatever.
No, you do like smoking.
Sue me, or just wait till I die from the cigarettes. Whatever comes first. Okay, number 18 is flicking a cap off the second bottle of Gretzky Chardonnay and not giving a fuck where it goes, because guess what? He's not going to put that cap back on.
No.
Number 19 is going shirtless, professing his love for his friends and voicing desire to perform homosexual acts on Joshua Flannery.
That's a stage that's been carved into the list long before we made the list.
Yes, that was almost one of the original ideas that
that's
helped
one of the
birth the
originals.
Stage of Stringbean.
Yeah. It was in the original discussion, for sure.
It was, yes. In the original footnotes.
I remember talking about this drunk at Drew's one night and coming up with a good part of this list.
We had a good time doing it. Shermeen's been a great friend. He's very entertaining. He likes to get us into a lot of trouble, but I love it.
I don't really take. I don't get myself too much trouble. I don't know about, but I do it for the team, man. That's what I do.
I try to make your guys' lives better.
It's for the
You're
crew.
fucking
It's for the
welcome.
crew.
Yeah, it's
You're
what it is.
welcome.
Like, I just try to be the most entertaining and like.
Well,
if you've ever seen me drunk, your night wasn't boring, so you're fucking welcome.
Well, except for stage 20, not so shortcuts, but we still got there.
One time
Those
that
are,
it wasn't a super fun time on the shortcut.
Yeah, I can't. You're
Exactly.
right. We're not worthy. We're not worthy. Okay, 21 is performing homosexual acts on Joshua Flannery.
Yes, it is.
Yes, he does. Yep.
Yep, happened.
It happened
Several times. Like, I'm not even ashamed of it.
22 is ordering a foolish amount of shots while already extremely intoxicated.
Yep.
23 is drunk parkour.
Yep.
24
Or just running.
or just running.
I was running.
I was running. And then 24 is recovering from said injuries due to parkour.
Yeah, pulled the hairy.
Yeah.
But good thing you've got stage 25, a glass of water and a cigarette. Help you bring you back, clear your head, balance you a bit, bring you back into what's going on. 26, I'm alive, nearest alcohol. I'm good. Oh, I thought you were out. I'm good. Hand me something. Okay, number 27 is the tipping point. I need a kickstand. So he's rallied, he's had the water, he's had the cigarette, he's got whatever the closest alcoholic beverage was
Pushed him over the edge.
into his body, and now he's not out of it.
No, but whatever he did in the last couple steps to recover, he totally immediately.
Well, not necessarily, because sometimes doing 25 will reset me back down to like a 17.
Oh yeah, that's right. I've seen that too. Yes, I have seen that where it's like, where the fuck did this guy get all his energy?
But in some instances, we just jump right up. We continue to 26.
Exactly.
Yeah, the spiral keeps spiraling. Yeah.
Yes.
But once in a while, he does come out of the spiral. He just like pops out.
It's
he's
amazing.
Like, he's like,
It's
I'm back. Who wants to talk about the terror threat?
I know, like, there's so many times I'm like, he's gone. He's so gone. And then it's like, no, there.
Going to the fucking cedar hedge, like.
So 27, tipping point, I need a kickstand. 28, shirtless, belly on the floor, telling us how much he loves Josh Flannery. Josh Flannery in this a lot. You should feel honored. I miss that guy. 29 is puking shamelessly. Doesn't give a fuck. It could be in your buddy's lap. It could be on a bag of charcoal, or
a tree and a toilet.
Doesn't matter.
Never know. Bucket.
What? Oh,
Big salad bowl.
I gotta throw up. You better wait out here. And then 30 is calling String's mom and carrying him to her car.
And it's not like he's 18 and we have to call his mom. It's like he's 27, 29.
He's a grown man
30.
that doesn't even live he doesn't even live at her house. We're just like we don't know who else to call. Everyone else is here, and we're who knows what stage we're on.
Pretty much for his entire 20s, at least once a year, his mom's had to come get him somewhere, and she's just like, "Oh, this is that night when I get woke up at 3 in the morning."
It happens way more with my brother than it does me. So.
Oh my god!
But it is funny that we just know. Even like, your whole friend group is like, "Well, there's only we're at stage 30, and you know what that is."
It's like at the Harvest Fest when I got him to dump the bucket of ice water on me, and Ashwin's sister Taylor calls my mom, being like, "Hi, Stringbean's mom. Yeah. Can you bring him some more clothes? We're at the beer tent." Yeah, well, he dumped a bucket of water on him. Yeah,
it was because they were doing the ice bucket challenges,
so,
and he was probably 20. I don't know what stage he was at that point. It was far gone.
Harvest Fest is you ever fucking know. I drank 35 beers in 6 hours one time.
Is that when you have the stack of cups?
Yeah,
yes.
I'm like,
yeah. So there's a picture. There's a picture we'll have to dig up and maybe put in with this podcast, where he's not like it's a beer tent thing and. You got the disposable cups, and like he's not throwing any of them out. He just put the next one in it, and the next one in it, and the next one in it. He's got like this. What is it? What did you say was in the stack?
36 Blair County.
Wow.
36. So he's drinking 36 beers.
Coors Lights, yeah.
And like anybody at the party, like you take one look at this picture. Anybody at the party would be like, yeah. There's only one reason he's carrying that around. Like
that's got to be that's got to be a stage too. Reaching out to Coors Light for sponsorship.
I did.
I know you did.
Like what about 100 Days? That's not a stage.
No, it was an event.
100 Days was, I don't know how it started, but we were going to Molly Bloom's quite a bit.
Well, it started because I've been there like 15 days in a row, and then somebody was like, you've been here like 15 days in a row, and I was like, fuck, might as well do 35. That's how many of the bomber pilots had to do before they got to go home, and then.
Well, you did like 25, then 35, and we kept on.
Yeah, I got to 35, and then I was like, fuck it, signing up for 2, so I did 70. Then I got to 70, and Jackie was like, if you do 100, I'll put a plaque on the wall. And I was like, challenge accepted. And like,
yeah. So he went.
It's my plaque, Jackie. This is for you.
He went to one bar every day for 100 days and had at least a beer.
Usually a beer, chicken wings on weekdays.
Weekday, and then of course we would do like our crew was going like 2-3 nights a week.
Yeah, then I'd go fucking Friday and Sunday and spend like Friday and Saturday and Sunday because it was karaoke. Well, I was there every day, but those 4 days, I would spend like at least $50. Like, fuck, the Jays were playing. I spent.
You know how much a plaque costs in Northers? Not that much. Give me the fucking.
You know how many times I asked them, can you just sell me a bottle?
Yeah.
Like, just do bottle service for me. Like, put it over here. They're like, we can't do that. I was like, just put the bottle. I'm gonna drink the whole thing.
Yeah.
But here.
I think
bring me some orange juice.
I think we've done a good job at decoding the stages of Stringbean.
Yeah, I mean the only thing we could do a round 2 with the basis and get into like halves or whatever, because there's a whole bunch of other.
Well, there's so much shit.
Well, we've sort of kind of condensed to give people just like a condensed idea of what it is, and I would love for us to revisit it and then break it down even further.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you Stringbean for letting us subject you to the study, and
I did it all for science.
I know, and for us, I hope.
Mostly science.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. You truly are one of a kind. You're what legends are made of.
Turn it into an intervention. Thank you, but like.
Listen, this is how your stages affect me negatively.
Yeah.
But anyway,
he's been writing a letter to you.
Yeah, this whole time.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah. Now that we had fun, now it's time to get serious. Joel, thank you again for your Texas Tech guy, aka Joel, for coming by and being here and for sharing your insight. I hope it was everything you wanted it to be.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Like I said, we can get into more of it, but it's just where do you stop?
Yeah, really.
Yeah, it's an infinite loop.
I mean, I've been living with him for the last 2 months. There's like a whole other, like down in the low ones, like before the beer, there's all kinds of sub stages.
Yeah, we barely touch on that, but we could always do that next time. We could do the sub stages of Stringbean.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks for listening, guys. It's Bobchat, baby, and remember, he might be a string bean, but he'll always be a Kyle.
Amen.
See ya.
I want my podcast in my lady, simple life, but not too crazy. I'm slim, but I ain't shady. Fuck you if you hate me. I'm rocking the mic, cause it's Bobchat, baby.